Hi, it's Liz. Um, I'm a roller skater, and I'm an artist. And I roller skate like lots of places. Like when I had when I had all my inventory, and I used to do markets as an artist. I would take my skates with me, and after I got my set up, I would put my skates on and skate around my table and stuff. And I skate around town around here. And one thing that people say to me often is like, "Oh my God, I would love to skate, but I don't want to fall. I'm so afraid of falling." And falling is just part of skating. Like when people are like, "Aren't you afraid you're gonna fall?" I'm like, "Well, no. I mean, I expect that I'm going to fall. I do fall. I fall lots. You fall and you get back up. You get good at falling. And there's definitely the first thing that I taught my kid about skating is that when you feel like you're gonna fall, there's a there's a weight in your butt and it's dragging you down to the floor. Get that booty on the floor, okay? If you feel like you're falling, get that butt on the ground. And it's also like when you put your skates on, practice getting your butt on the ground with your skates on. Tuck your hands in, tuck and get that butt on the ground and try and roll if you're going in a direction. Fall smart, but plan to fall. Falling is part of it. I don't have, and especially because I skate without toe stops, because I hate the sound of them when I am dribbling, and I dribble a lot. Dribbling is that move when you kind of like skate in place. And so I just skate without them. And there's lots of methods on how to stop in skates without toe stops, and I utilize those methods. And also I'm just really comfortable falling. Falling is a part of skating. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because one of the things that we get in this society is inclination towards perfectionism, an inclination towards if I start doing something, I need it to look like a finished product very fast, or it's not worth doing. And that's really the opposite to what life is about. Life is actually about falling and failing, and in becoming an artist and developing my own art practice. I've also developed a different relationship to failure. A lot of times when I'll be working on something, and then I'll get to a point and I'm like, "Oh God, I hate this," or I'll mess up something. I'll put my hand will slip and there'll be a mark on something, and I'll be like, "Oh, oh my God, I ruined it." A lot of times, it's not ruined. I can, if I can walk away from it and kind of like center my nervous system, then I can come up with solutions. Can I paint over it? Can I paint around it and incorporate it into the piece? Can I cover it up with something? Can I cut it and then put it on another piece of paper? Is it cool? Maybe I actually want to add more of those all over the page. It's not so much about our life in this, and under capitalism, is about the product and about fast production, and we apply that product and fast production to every facet of our lives, when really our lives is about process, practice, and play. It's about, instead of building products, we should be building containers, metaphorical containers, where we go to work on creating systems, tools that make everyone's life better and easier. And your art practice should be about connecting to self, regulating your nervous system, getting your feelings out, practicing a skill, but for the sake of the practice, for the sake of getting good at something, and working and what the process of getting good at something teaches you about yourself. How does you learning something deep in your relationship with self. So you're gonna fall, you're gonna fail, you're gonna make mistakes. That's human. That's part of this. The failing and the falling shouldn't be don't let it cause a jump scare, you know, or you know, if failure and falling cause a jump scare in your nervous system, that's not a sign to not try. That's a sign to work on healing your nervous system and work on your relationship to falling and failure. It's okay to fall. It's okay to fail. In fact, if you're not failing and falling, you're either cheating or you're not trying, right? Right? Failing and falling is cool. That's how we learn, you know? That's how we make cool stuff. That's how we that's organic. That's alchemy. You know, I invite you to fail, and I invite you to fall, and I invite you to love your fails and your falls and yourself. You know? Yeah. So, thank you for being here, and I hope that your day does not suck ass. I hope that you belly laugh. I hope that you dance your ass off, and if you can't dance your ass off, I hope you shake your booty just a little bit, or find some time to just be with your container, be with your body, listen to your body, talk to your body, hug your body. You know, you are your most important relationship. Your relationship with self is your most important relationship. It is your most spiritual relationship. It is your most important relationship, and it is the relationship that affects the most things in your life. So invest in it and invest in yourself. Love yourself and trust yourself, and it's okay for you to take up space, and it's okay for you to fail and fall. I think that your failures and your falls are super fucking rad. I love your humanity, and I love mine too. And I think that we all deserve to have our survival and our care needs met. And I think that it's brave when we fall, and it's brave when we fail. All right? Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.